Hey guys, look what I found.
Good morning. Am I on?
Is he on? Has anybody had fun this weekend, or has it been kind of...
What's up, man?
How you been?
There we go. Hello, everybody. How we doing? It's Sunday at Texas Frightmare.
Sunday! How you been?
I'm wonderful, thank you. Good.
So, I hear you've learned how to run really fast lately. What's with that? You been training?
Yeah.
Like a super suit the whole bit? What's that about?
Well, the thing is, I'm a swimmer, actually. When I was in high school, I was in the swim team, 50-yard. Yes, but anyway, they called me because I did Dark Side for Lego Bizarro, Bizarre World Justice League of America.
Yeah.
So that caught DC's attention. And then, so season 2 of The Flash, I've been playing the voice of Zoom. It's going to be 4 episodes and then it turned into 17.
Which has been awesome.
Thank you.
No ass kissing that you've been killing it. The voice is perfect for the character.
Yeah, wait till you see this Tuesday's episode is great. If you're a fan of The Flash, make sure you get your Flash pillow. Get them tight. Soul.
I believe they call that foreshadowing.
I can tell you that the season conclusion, first of all, Zoom isn't going anywhere. I really like it. So, a whole bunch of other DC shows, which is great.
That's awesome.
I grew up when I was a kid. I was raised as a single kid, and I was reading comic books in my form before I learned how to read. I used to act them all out. So all of a sudden, as an adult, I get to do what I did when I was 8. That's cool.
And any of you guys
now that I'm 12, it's like being all grown up.
That's awesome. You know, anybody that's a comic fan that reads the comics knows that Zoom is, you know, deeply embedded in DC's universe, and it would make sense that he wouldn't be going anywhere.
Yeah, well, you know, they got Berlanti, who's the producer of both Supergirl and and Arrow, and he's got more coming. Which I can tell you, there's more coming.
I love how DC is weaving this web on television. You know,
The movies,
it's great,
whatever you think of the Batman versus Superman thing, which, you know, when I was a kid, it was called World's Finest.
And it wasn't so good.
Yeah, it wasn't, but that's a whole other thing. But anyway, the films, DC is trying to get a foothold on Marvel. So. And Marvel's interesting too.
Really?
Yeah, they gave it a plus, you know, the whole culture.
Awesome. Well, what else have you been up to lately?
Got a new house in LA, which I'm doing a lot of gardening and stuff. I got a cat, he's 15 years old. I know this. No, he's so happy. This is the first time he's actually been able to go outside. We have a nice little west area. He goes down to the base of the garden and chases butterflies.
Like a cat does.
This cat does, but this cat has never done it. He's saved up 15 years of butterfly chasing.
Nature's cool.
You can never catch him. He's like,
that's awesome.
He thinks he's a cheetah. That's awesome. I got another one who doesn't know how to vocalize. He's seen birds from the first time, so he was like going, hey. The bird's like,
So he knows he's supposed to do something.
yeah. I'm actually developing a story based on my older cat is Cat Daddy Nico, and my youngest one is Sparky Sparks. So I'm going to do this whole, well, Nico wants it to be the Adventures of Cat Daddy, of course. He did. Yeah. And the other one just wants to go along with the ride.
Nice. Hey, since it's a horror convention, I guess I'll get a little horror. I don't know
if it's cozy stuff.
Let's make sure I pronounce that right. Horror convention. You know, no funny business. So I want to go back a little bit to one of my favorite things you've done, and that was not a movie.
Thank you, sir.
I really was. I love how they were able to take that and make it fresh. And it didn't feel like one of those remakes.
That's good. Well, Tom Savini.
I was going to ask you about working with Tom.
He's a dear friend. I was doing a film in Pittsburgh for HBO before another close friend and two together. And then it was Forrest who told me that they were doing a remake of bed, he says, you know, you bear resemblance in the way you should get over there. And that was a Friday. Saturday, I found out where the production company was, ran over there. Tom, I caught Tom, and he says, oh, no, I don't think I'm seeing anybody else. I think I made up my mind. And I grabbed him by his lapels, like a little butterfly, and I sat him down and I did a monologue.
Butterflies are a recurring theme already.
I like things that fly. You know, I got a hummingbird that hangs out. That's another story. After a great champion, won the Galveston. So we got to bring that to Galveston. What's your question was?
I was just asking how it was working on the film in general. But we got to Galveston, that's cool.
I'm sorry.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Galveston has the oldest newspaper in Texas. While we're
I've been there
doing
once,
fun
just,
trivia. I might be wrong.
Yeah, but it was great. I mean, it was, you know, my son was born, they actually wanted me to do New Jack City. With the birth of the son, I wanted to play the hero. Good for you. The New Jack is great.
Yeah. Were you a horror guy at the point when you did Night of the Living Dead? Were you really a big horror guy?
I'm a film guy.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up an only kid. My aunt rescued me when I was 3, and it was the most beautiful thing. I grew up in Connecticut, and every night at 8 o'clock, we used to watch movies. And at that time, 25% of them were horror, 25% Western, and 25% were just classics. And she would use those as reality lessons, you know, guide my way through life.
That's awesome.
So I remember the very first horror film I saw was that I discovered with Frankenstein. And that became like every time it came on, my goodness, after discovered Frankenstein's coming on, it's good stuff. And then the second one I saw was The Incredible Shrinking Man, which is to this day I would love to do a remake. You ever see that?
Yeah.
Sci-fi one, it's incredible. He gets a cat again.
There it is.
But if you find a butterfly, you can hop on the wings and
then suddenly it's like Fern Gully or something. Yeah, then there was the Lily Tomlin, you know, Incredible Shrinking Woman and all that. Yeah, that was much better. Yeah, much better. So let's talk about Candyman. How do you get Candyman to show up? Does anybody remember how that works? So how did you get involved in that?
I was working a lot, and I got a call from my manager at the time who said that Bernard Rose, my dear friend, wanted to meet me for this film, and I thought he was kidding me. I thought it was some good studio or something. I phone and then back, and he said, no, you got to go in. And Bernard was great, and you know, a lot of my success comes from repeat work with Oliver Stone,
Sure.
Bernard. And for all you actors out there, try not to burn your bridges. You know, sometimes you only get one shot, one chance at that. So you get a good one, you get best work, put your best foot forward, and life will take care of itself. So Bernard said, you're going to be great. It's going to be a great movie. And I said, I'm doing the job. He says, no, you don't understand. This is going to be indelible. They explained to me, he says, I'm making this film for adults, but people will watch this film at an early age. Some as early as 7. The average is 11. And the thing is, the films you see at an early age are the films that stay with you for the rest of your life.
You're absolutely right.
So for some reason, I didn't know I was going to get under the skin and fight like that, but it was a good ride. And Bernard and I have just routine to do a new version of Frankenstein. Really disappointed in our distributor because they kind of dropped the ball. But if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, you will see that we have 100% rating, okay, which is a rare deal in the film world. It's out now, it's available on Amazon, please check it out. I play a blind homeless blues musician. So you see me channel my inner muddy waters. I have a lot of blues musician friends, and they told me the real deal. And I play guitar, so.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Some of the things you don't know about me. I don't masturbate, okay?
You know, strangely, that was my next question.
I know.
You stopped me, right? You're like, right.
But I am a cook. I'm a cook and a guitarist.
Awesome, yeah. I played guitar terribly since I was 11, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got a wall house?
I've got a Strat.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm electric.
Yeah, I'm electric. I've got 9 minutes acoustic too.
Yes, it's beautiful sound.
Yeah, and I'm seeing an illustrator too, and I actually cut these 3 fingers off in a table saw about 4 years ago. But I still play guitar and draw just as shitty as I did the day before.
You lose a few of your fingers?
Actually, a little bit here, but otherwise, you know.
That makes you
Yeah, but it's still
straight.
But I can still do this. I can still do this. Everything's fine. Something. But enough about me. I'm sorry. I digress.
We had a share.
Yeah, it's fun. So I bet some of you guys might have some questions, and they're only $5 a piece, payable postal check to me.
There you go.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I want to hear about how it was to work on Final Destination.
Final Destination came about because Jeffrey Reddick, who wrote the story, had submitted it to X-Files. There was going to be an X-Files episode. And I had done X-Files. And it was a link, and Lynn Morgan waited and said, no, this would be a better film. So finally they got it set up, new line, and then they called me and said, you're interested. I will fondly remember Final Destination because they made my quote go up so much. And I felt guilty at first because basically I have one or two season movies. And these kids, they bring in, you know, they work really hard for 16 weeks, and I know they don't get paid what I do. But it's good because they die. That's the secret to life. Stay alive.
Not dying, let the kids do it for you.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's always a Rubik's Cube and, remember that game, Mousetrap?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like that. It's fun. But there will be another one. We're talking about shooting it at the end of this year or the beginning of 2017. But it's always shot in Vancouver, one of my favorite places to shoot. I'm actually going back up there next Tuesday. Currently doing a new TV series called Dead of Summer, which is not out yet. That's why it's going way over your head. But it comes out in June on the Freeform channel. And it's from the writers of Alias and Lost. And the producers of Once Upon a Time. I play a ghost in 1871, a spiritualist. So,
Awesome. Are you a recurring role?
every season is going to be a new decade. So the first year is 1989, and then the second season I know is 1972. And it's going to bounce around, but I'm a ghost. So
Awesome. I like how they've been doing that with television, where they'll take these seasonal stories.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I think that would be
because
good.
people now, it's a different way of watching. People like to binge watch.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you fall into a show.
Dead of Summer. Check it out on Twitter, Facebook. You'll see it.
Sir.
Tony, because Natalie and Jed, Wayne Jones did such a great job with that role. Did you feel pressure at all to live up to that?
No, I didn't feel any pressure. That was what inspired me to know that I could be a professional actor. I saw the original in the drive-in theater and said, wow, that's me right there. I can do this. And then, I hear a slight resemblance, and George Romero, came to me and said that, it would be flattering to him. And then after we finished, I made sure that I could meet him, and he gave me his blessings, and fortunately he's passed on, but I couldn't be here without him. So his original bin is the template, and all I did was try to put a little frosting in the cake.
He did such an amazing job. He really broke a mold. It was so
Oh, he
wonderful.
broke a major mold, 1968.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
There were a lot of things going on with that film that you just, at that time, you didn't see.
Well,
Not just
that
for that.
decade.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it was the decade of change.
Vietnam,
Yeah.
music was through the roof.
Yeah.
Musicians started dying young then. I don't know what's up with this year and all these musicians with it.
2016 is pissed at music, isn't it? It's awful. I'm not even making a joke. It's just so sad. Anyway.
I used to DJ in college, so
Oh, did you?
everybody was on this playlist. Adam hasn't called me yet, but he's another repeat director I work with. He's a great guy. He told me that, I can be funny, so we tried.
The Austin stuff was great. It really was great.
So it was good to school myself. I didn't get to a certain point where that's necessary. Don't take yourself too seriously.
It was a lot of fun. I'm sure working on Hatchet with him was a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Adam started as a fan first. I met him at a convention in LA, Fangoria, and he told me 3 years before he did Hatchet, I'm going to make a film. I love your work, we made a film, signed like 5 things for us, don't forget me, I didn't. And then 3 years later, I got the call from him.
Yeah.
So
He's a great guy. You're right, he's a fan. He's very knowledgeable. He loves what he does. He loves it.
loves it. That's
Yeah.
the secret to longevity. You
Yeah.
have to love it. If
Yeah.
you don't love it,
You can absolutely tell he's not phoning it in.
no.
Yeah.
It's, well, you can't fool me. So many people
People
want to do it.
catch you on that.
Oh, yeah. It's-
You had a question?
Seems like you're very into nature. You're talking about. What was it like working with movies? Because you had so many really all the street.
Right.
What was that experience like?
We had a wonderful bee wrangler on set named Norman Gary. He was a, he was a chemist and a bee wrangler. And he assured me that he was going to have a pheromone on me that would attract the bees. And he had a smell so that they would want to protect me. And then he also told me crazy stuff like, let's go into the bee trailer, which had over like 5,000 bees and felt like 1 million. Then he started saying, well, there's white, and there's hair. Larry's over there, he's kind of shy.
Surely he was messing with
I don't know what he was smoking, but he said,
you. Honeycomb.
over the course of 3 films, I got stung 26 times, but it was okay because my adrenaline was going and I knew I was creating an indelible character and it was real stuff, it wasn't CGI, and I'm proud of that.
Practical effects are the way to go. Yeah.
Everything starts with the story. For all you writers out there, write immediately. Chronicle all of your experiences, share your thoughts with the world, put it in a form, beginning, middle, and end. And we can't do it without the words, the wings of a prayer.
You can share more than just what you're eating on Instagram. You can share your words.
It's more than 40 characters to a story.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
So since you shape the life or the horror life of so many people, hello, what scares you?
Not butterflies, obviously.
Social injustice, this political campaign is something else. We're not going to go into politics, but I worry about, people say, are you worried? Like a year ago, I flew to the Ukraine to shoot a film, and people said, aren't you scared? Aren't you worried? I said, no, I'm not, because A, I don't believe in fear. I don't think that should inhibit us from doing things that we feel that we must do. And I had one of the best experiences going over there. The crew was so excited, somebody from the West would travel that far. And I've worked with many crews. On this current TV series, we have over 125 crew. I mean, we got trailers everywhere and that stuff, but they're kind of jaded. They're like, there's a job, getting paid well. These people were a 25-person crew, and they were so dedicated, so loving about what they did. That's the secret between an amateur and a professional, to love their craft. So what scares me is a lack of love in the world, a lack of understanding, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Real Frankenstein.
It's obvious, and the times I've spent on the film set, it's obvious the crew that's gotten a little jaded, and it's definitely a job, but it's not about being impressed, it's about loving what you do, and it is, some of these guys, it really is just a job.
Well, and also, and I'm not slamming the youth movement at all, because I'm young at heart, but a lot of young crew members, that don't respect the history of film.
Right,
And don't know that each job on a set is crucially important, from makeup, special effects, to the grip, to the electrics, to the director, to the production designer, to the production assistant. Everybody's a team. If we don't have that in place, then we can't make a show as a final project.
Right.
On Candyman, for example, we had Philip Glass doing the music, we had Tony Richard doing the camera work, we had Bernard Rhodes directing, we had Virginia Madsen as the co-star, the other cast members, the costume, the Leonard Powell, everything came together into something that, for some reason, breaks the boundaries of time. That movie is 23 years ago, 24 years ago. And people still love it.
It still holds
It's
up.
the #1 seller. I keep trying to tell you about the new stuff, but you don't care.
And that's the thing, anybody here that's interested in film, you know, there's so much stuff that happens in front of the camera, but there's so much that happens behind. You know, that black and white scroll at the end of a movie isn't just a bunch of gobbledygook. You know, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into that scroll. Yeah.
And then now, of course, you know, we have social media to help sell the thing.
Sure.
I am sorry I picked up the Twitter.
Yes, sir.
I got a two-part question.
Yes, sir.
First part is your preference or what favorite type of horror movie. Do you like to stay in like the classic horror or like the sci-fi horror?
I'm more classic.
Okay. Well, my second part of that was going to be if they ever did like a continuation with the Alien and Predator series. The last Alien, where they went way back to where it all started with the movie Prometheus, and the crowd is waiting for it. I mean, if anybody ever approached you on something in that forthcoming prequel storyline, would you be interested?
Why? Are you doing something?
Trust me, if I did, you would be in there.
Listen, I have a great manager, and he gets a lot of scripts, and we can't do everything, but we like to. I'm a character actor, so my thing is I don't want to be pigeonholed, and every job I do is completely different from the job before. That's been my strategy. Like, for example, The Flash this year, Zoom, is completely different from the character I'm doing in Dead of Summer. And that's the secret for me and to any actor out there, longevity, switching it up. There are two kind of actors. There are personality-driven actors that play themselves basically and everything, or there are character actors that are maybe trained and know how to find different elements of themselves and put it into a situation. So I prefer that.
All of your work is greatly appreciated.
Well, yeah, but I remember the clunkers mostly. I'll never forget them because I can't get the stain out of my mind. There have been a few of those, and I apologize for that, but I was working it out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Right up the middle.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, actually, this is kind of a two-part question. I remember reading an interview with you about the movie The Crow.
Yes, sir.
You said you could not find the character of Grange until you bought a ring. And I was
Yeah.
wondering if often you have to do something like that to get in the character. And I was also wondering if you could comment on working on a set of such a tragedy happened on.
Absolutely. I'll do the second part first. That tragedy should never have happened. Paramount, who originally produced the film, they were working people 17 hours a day. And because of what happened with poor Brandon, they passed a law we can no longer do more than 15 hours a day. A natural film set, you should be able to get what you need for a day in 12 hours and move on. And actors and crew should have a 12-hour turnaround. I'm a union person. I'm a SAG after guys, so I'm telling you that's essential. Otherwise, things like that happen. Brandon was such a lovely gentleman and a present person. He played pool like 3 times a week. His fiancée was on the set with him, which is the saddest part because she's never been the same since. They were going to get married right after the shoot. And what happened was a series of events that just went wrong. We had the whole battle sequence that we did where everybody's around the table and shot. That took a week and a day. And I don't know how many rounds were expended. And then somehow a little fragment was left in the weapon. And then the actor who had the weapon in film, you never have to point the weapon directly at somebody. But you shouldn't do that in real life either. But the camera took off axis. And for some reason, in the heat of the moment, you hit it and you hit the springs working. So, but the good thing is that it's a beautiful film and its legacy lives forever in that work. But it pains, I think, not only me, but any actor that was there because it happened to any of us. The first part, you always try to find something that gives you the key to the character. And I had 2 things. That ring was important, and that came from the costume designer. She showed me in the assortment, and I said, that's it. And then also you notice that Grange has a streak on his forehead. And I remember I grew up with a guy that had been struck by lightning. And this guy, whatever happened, the lightning struck him and it cut off whatever part of his brain where he just did not care about anything or anybody. He was a pure sociopath, but with charm. And that's what I was trying to capture. So if any of you are interested in that profession, wait for the next likeness one, which happens down here. Stand under a tree.
Often get compelling advice.
But
Sir,
thank you for your questions.
Sir, you had a question right beside?
No, I was raising in case you didn't.
Oh, okay,
All
okay.
right, thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, I had a two-part question too.
Oh, two parts in a row. I love it.
You know, I've
It's a
been a fan of yours
franchise.
for years, and every time I hear your voice acting, I see you in any role, I recognize you instantly. I love it, not because I just recognize you because I just follow you. But
Well, thank you, sir.
one character I love was Kern on Star Trek.
Klingons.
That was the first part. I wanted to ask you about how was that? How was
That was awesome. I grew up watching the original series, so you know, because of Platoon and its success, everybody that was in that movie was sort of on the list. So I started getting like a lot of auditions, and you know, I had auditioned for Star Trek Family 5 times before they gave me Kern. And so we knew we liked each other. It was just a matter of finding the right fit, and I got the best out of the 5. And my very first day on board the Enterprise, I mean, we're not just talking about a cardboard, you know, thing. We're talking about the real deal as far as Paramount goes, of a spaceship and complete Klingon get up and stuff. When I got the gig, I finished the audition. I slammed down my sides, which is a little piece of paper to get me to read. Slammed it down into Roddenberry's feet, actually. And I said something like, I walked out of the room, and then the casting director came running after me and said, "You got to report your wardrobe. You got it." I said, "Why are you jumping up and down?" He said, "Oh, because I'm so excited for you." And I said, "I'm a Klingon. Stand still." And I put on these boots. I mean, it was walked into this building, and it was like rows, almost as long as this hallway. Rows and rows of Klingon chest plates and stuff,
awesome.
and boots and stuff. And he says, "I don't think I got the right boots." I said, "Make them." 3 days later, I'm on the Enterprise.
That's awesome.
Messing with little Wesley Crusher.
Nice. That's such a cool
And then
legacy.
the second day, I had the banquet where they tried to make me eat replicated bird meat. So there you go.
So I had a question about
Yes.
Star Trek. You know, 'cause, people have different opinions of prosthetics,
Yeah.
working under them.
Yeah.
Do you?
I
Does it bother
embrace
you?
it. No, you have to embrace it. You have to embrace it. It's just like what we were saying before.
Yeah.
Each position is vitally important.
Yeah.
So for me, it takes 4.5 hours for Klingon makeup to be
Right.
applied. So you have to don't just sit there saying, "Oh, what am I doing?" You use that stuff to help make that transition.
Right.
Each layer is a different part of that personality. So by the time you're done, you're ready to rock and roll.
You're him.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You got plenty of time to think. You got to do your homework. You got to know your lines. There's so many actors that show up on set that don't know their lines. I'm going to be a director soon, and I'm going to make my first debut. Fortunately, I know a lot of actors, so I know who to call and who not to call. I don't have time. You know, I love the relationship that John Huston had with Humphrey Bogart. They did 4 or 5 movies together. They were tight as thieves because they knew each other's weaknesses and what their strengths were.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call the people that I need that particular strength for my projects and get the best out of them because I also know how to talk that because I am one. Bring me any crap. Bring me your best. We'll go and stay asleep.
I think many of the better directors were actors first because they know what to expect. Oh yeah.
I worked with him on
Yeah.
Bird. This man,
That's right.
He doesn't bring people in. He's one of these guys. He doesn't want to disappoint people. So
Yeah.
he makes you go on tape. But once he sees you on tape, he knows that's the guy. And then when he shoots, so he has 10-hour days. 10-hour days, and it takes 2 takes. He says that's it.
2 takes.
So don't warm up for me. Give me the first one. You give me the second one. That's it. Go home.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because sometimes it's how many takes? Wow.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I did a western up in Calgary called Black Fox with Christopher Reeve, rest in peace. And that was based on an actual true story about the first federal African-American marshal in Tyler, Texas. Anyway, we had a scene and my character is trying to negotiate some settlers to be returned to Thailand. And we had a genuine Kiowa Native American. This man was in his 80s, and he had a 2-page monologue. And all of a sudden, the camera comes on, so we had to help him. And it took all day to get this, but I was worried. But the final thing, because every time he said something, he was actually thinking and searching for what he was wanting. It wasn't just, he was searching for the words to say. And as actors, that's what you have to do. You have to search for the right emotion, the right feeling, the right actions, and the right words.
Because anybody can memorize and repeat, I'm sure, yeah. Sir, you've earned it. You've got no blood left in your face.
Hey, it's really good news to hear about the directing. What have you done specifically besides a whole lot of acting work to get ready for that?
Well, I got my master's in theater, so part of the program was you had to direct, you had to build sets, you had to act, you had 5 different directing teachers, you had 4 acting teachers, and a life experience. And I have 2 scripts. People want me, the powers that be want me to direct a horror film first, and I don't want to. I will, but not first. So I have another project called Providence, which is it's about small-time, low-life, wannabe mobsters. And there's the 2 QnA guys, African-American who thinks he's Italian, and Italian who thinks he's black. I don't know whether they get a parolee or
Wash the shit out of that.
But it's great. It's comedy. It's like Midnight Cowboy kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash the shit out of that.
Yeah, that's right. And I may have to play one of these guys. I don't know.
Nice.
Extension of talking about Star Trek. One of my favorite things that you've ever done was The Man from Earth.
Oh, thank you.
And such a great film, and it's one that I show everybody I know, basically. If you haven't seen this movie, you got to sit down with me and watch this movie. Could you talk a little bit about the experience on that particular film?
Yeah, Jerome Bixby's son got together. His father wrote things like, Fantastic Voyage and a lot of the early Star Trek episodes. And his son, before he passed away, this was an unfinished script. And his son finally managed to get everybody together and get some actors, including myself and John, the Star Trek veterans. It takes place in one set in a cabin in the woods, and it's about a professor. We're all professors. I play the anthropology professor. And this one guy is leaving us, but as the evening goes on, he claims to be possibly a man of religious position, and then it becomes an evening of questioning our faith, what we believe in. Is it possible? So it's a thought-provoking thing. It's a human. Everybody that's seen it says they like it, so I guess it can't be wrong.
Hi. First of all, thank you for. I think I was convinced that you lived in behind my bathroom window. But you mentioned that classic horror is your favorite. What's your favorite horror movie? I know it's hard.
No, it's not that hard. I have to whittle it down. If you push me, I would have to say Rosemary's Baby. And it is not about how much blood is in it, or it takes it, has the right serious tone. And Ruth Gordon is one of the best actresses. And it's frightening.
That's actually the first horror film I have a memory of watching.
Yeah, it's Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Whatever he does socially is his business. But
That question is always Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
mm-hmm.
Not that you asked me, but I'm gonna tell you. It's still there.
That's a hard-hitting movie. That's in my top 10. Ken Free is a good friend of mine. Everybody, the beautiful thing about whatever branch of film you like, you can have your favorite. It's completely different than the person sitting next to you, but it's all about the love of cinema. So, absolutely. My actual favorite form of cinema is film noir. That's my. You saw my garage. You saw how many forgotten treasures I got there. I can just close my eyes, pick something out.
That's awesome.
I wish I lived in that time without the racism.
Wow, the Western really died.
Yeah, it did, but for a
Really
while,
did.
it also supported Hollywood.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
I grew up
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
rifleman, that was my thing. I didn't have a dad, so, you know,
Yeah, yeah, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. You had a question?
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
I just finished film school yesterday, ironically.
Congratulations.
What's your favorite DP you ever worked with? Because that's like my specialty now.
What's my favorite what?
DP.
Director of photography
Oh,
that you ever worked with.
well,
Not to be put on the spot.
no. Well, you know, I worked with Robbie Richardson, who went on to do, well, work with Scorsese, all his stuff, and, you know, he did the too, so.
Yeah, great
But-
stuff. Yeah, I was just watching that for my film review.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's great. Tony Richmond is good too. There's a lot of new. For my film, I'm going to use an Asian influence
Yeah.
because specifically a female Asian thing, because it's just every culture has a different way of looking at life, and I'm drawn to the East, particularly for this film I want to do. So, but it depends on what flavor you want. I think you got to know how to frame life. You got to be. Life is big, so 360 degrees. You got to be able to focus and get to that specific stamp, that time stamp that you need for that shot.
Exactly.
What was your area in film school?
Director of photography.
Oh, so that's what you want to do? Terrific.
I just did our class film, you know.
Oh, great. What was the name of it?
It's called Sweet Land of Liberty.
Nice. I worked with Ernie Dickerson. It was great. He did a lot of good stuff. And worked with Spike Lee, so.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, thank you.
Hope to see you at the top, you know.
You know what I mean? Well, maybe we'll be on the set together. Right? And then we'll know how to talk to each other. And you know how to like me, right? You gotta like me. Thank you, thank you.
We've got time
Good
for
luck.
a
Great
few more.
luck.
We've got time for a few more questions.
What was your experience working with Masters before?
That was a great show, you know. It was, I don't know why it didn't last longer than two years, but Mick Garris called me to do another Clive Barker story, Mallory on the Stairs, which had Christopher Lloyd in it and stuff. But yeah, it was great, but prosthetically, one of the problems with that was it took 6 hours to do that thing. And they would always bring me in at 4 in the morning. And I don't know why makeup departments haven't figured out how to make body paint warm. 5 in the morning, okay? And this, there was a beautiful woman named Jennifer, but she started spraying parts of me that I knew wasn't going to be on the camera.
I wasn't going to be involved.
Well, I don't know about you, but like at 5 in the morning, you know, and I'm already shocked into, you know, awake. Just not the best thing in the world to do. Let me just get that, Tony. No, don't get it. Stop.
Well, good morning.
What?
Well, good morning.
Good morning. What do you do?
I didn't need any coffee.
You were her canvas, you wanted to paint.
Yeah,
All right,
obviously.
yeah.
As long as she didn't start finger painting, it was great.
It's a comedy piece.
He's ready. He said.
Piece of what? I saw another hand up. Oh,
I had a two-part, remember?
yes, go ahead.
Oh, we never got back
I
to
thought we
the
didn't do the second part?
No, we did, Star Trek was the first one. The second one, I was gonna ask you yesterday when we got the slasher films.
Right.
Y'all guys were great together, and I mean.
Oh, that's
I know
great.
you worked together, and I just wanted to ask how that was, being with those guys, working with them maybe on Hatchet and some of them.
Oh, they're great. Like most of the guys, most of the actors I know are really down to earth, and you know, there's a group of actors in Hollywood, and I'm not gonna mention any names, but who actually have it in their contracts that nobody speaks to them unless they speak first. Don't look me in the eye unless I look you in the eye and stuff like that. I've been lucky that I never really had to work with those kind of people because I look them in the eye. So what's happening? How you doing? How you doing? What's happening? What? Huh? How are you gonna act if you can't look somebody the guy. That don't make no sense. I didn't even want to be a human
Big
being.
message for you, Mr. Todd.
Pass it to my dude. Okay? No.
Don't hand that directly to me.
Don't even walk in my path. That's my toilet. So, you know, so we all get along. We know each other. We know each other, if not being on film together through the convention circuit. And, you know, most people just want to be, you know, appreciated and liked and be acknowledged, and that's it. Whether you're an actor or not, you know. I do a lot of gang and convention work across the country mostly because of the significance of QnA allows people to come together and talk.
That's awesome.
Which is good.
Yeah.
We need more of it. You know.
That's great.
Follow me on Twitter. I do a lot of foundation work there. You can see what's happening at Todd 54. So,
Cool.
we want to take kids from different neighborhoods all over the country and bring them somewhere they've never been before, like Bozeman, Montana, or Joshua Tree, and dialogue and talk, and you go back home and see what happens. See if they can get off the corner.
That's awesome. He doesn't believe in blood flow to his fingers.
No blood, nothing.
Yeah.
You can't have a slasher without blood, right?
Is that
That's it.
prosthetic? I mean, you're just holding up a fake hand at this point.
That's it.
So speaking of crazy writers and contracts, if you could use your crazy writer powers for good, what would you do with a crazy writer?
Oh, that one. Yeah, I would leave him in his padded room and make sure that he had his ink supply changed every day. And then once he figured out how not to write on the walls, and he was ready for paper or maybe a laptop, he'd be good to go. And I want to know why he's so crazy. Because there's so much craziness in the world that we need to figure it out. What is it? I don't get it. And again, people say, why do you want to do that? Because
Bigger?
yeah. And I'm not afraid.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, on a side note, you know, I designed the Frightmare program this year. And you guys, if you read through it, you know we had a Ask Candyman piece that I wrote these questions. Tony was nice. Tony was nice enough to answer those. That was great.
Like,
We just had like,
questions.
dear, you know, hints from Heloise or Dear Abby, like Candyman.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like
It
that.
was fun. So, did you guys get a chance? Did you go through there and read those? You did a great job, right? All right, guys.
Signaling us from both sides of the world.
they're like, you're done.
Done. It's been a pleasure, folks. Thank
Thank
you
you guys so